What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the best meta defenders you can physically get in every price bracket. So we're starting off with the low tier, and what's really interesting is seeing the level of duplicate cards throughout this list. So if we start with literally 0 to about 250, I want to say is some of the pricing, you will see some of the cards that most definitely were in people's teams prior, and some that have just come out and are more of a fodder builder if anything. So if we kind of look, Gold Virgil is the standout in this. To this day, I still think he is as needed in a team as possible. You can have your Maldinis, you can have a lot of the top end centre backs, but Virgil's just general body type, the playstyle plus of Ariel actually works. He is the meta defender, and if there was any word of it, Virgil is definitely a standpoint from that. And I think with Virgil, it is down to which type have you got. Inform, I suppose the Nike promo card, but it's the same as the 89, the Winter Wild card, the brand new Team of the Year. Every version is just as important as the other, and the gold is where it starts. We've got the exact same for Theo Hernandez, 2 Informs, a Team of the Year, and Ultimate Dynasties. There's a lot of different price points that you can get in and depend on what you want in your team. We have had multiple left backs in SBCs that have been phenomenal. We've had Lodi, who was unfortunately a lower rated prior to this, so now he has upgraded because of the pro doing well in the FC Pro Live Open. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but now he is an 88 rated, which definitely looks a hell of a lot better compared to when he started. We had Baka and also Havertz. Baka going from an 86 or an 87 to the 90, which we knew that was pretty much as close as to what she was going to be upgraded to. Whereas Havertz, as just an SBC, straight out 87, a very good position change for him, great height on him, 4'4", got the whipped pass plus as well. He was just another added level if you hadn't finished Baka also. And then a couple of others. Camavinga, I'm not a massive fan of his body type in there. He definitely still does a good job because the lean body type definitely is still suitable in somewhat, but I must admit I do prefer him more in a CDM role. It just works a lot better. Right back side, Mazzuri, Klaus. Klaus is very cheap for what you're going in, and this is why it is the low point. We've got Cancelo as a little bit higher at 260 now. He was under 250 a minute ago, but now he's 89 rated. Again, there was plenty of evolutions, and that's something we can't control on this, is what evolutions we actually have to put in this as well, because there is so many different variations, different evolutions you can put in evolutions. I just have to go with what's on the market. Baude, very cheap option. He again, quick step plus, 83,000, the 4-4, a very good choice that you can go with, and also suitable for left back or right back if you want it. When it comes to the centre backs, really I'm only seeing Saliba, who now has an evolutions as well. Timber as a very cheaper option if you wanted an Arsenal past and present or just someone from the Prem. He's definitely not a bad starter centre back. And I threw Zambrotta into here because he has got to get an upgrade soon. 86 is great for him, he's a 4-5, but I want to see a higher one. If we have to wait till Shapeshifter and he gets a centre mid, then beautiful, because that card is always incredible there. But I would like to see a higher rated Zambrotta, and I'm hoping they don't just give him a double or a triple upgrade. I kind of want to see him at a 90 at this point now. But then we step up to the 250 to 500 mark. And as you can see, there is still a very good selection of centre-backs, left-back, right-backs you can actually get. We have another Theo Hernandez. We're finding the first Ferland Mendy that you can get. We've increased Varane to an inform. You've got Walker up here now, Rio and Carfu. Carfu's a great SBC. That one for me is a perfect right-back. If you haven't already got one, I definitely would recommend going for him, because if we're looking at Baka or Havertz left-back, you're looking potential Maldini, Blanc as a centre-back. Blanc is here as well with an SBC, and then I know that one has technically gone now, and then a Carfu right back. You've got most of your team just from SBCs, which I find the absolute most incredibleness to actually continue with. But if we're looking at players that are still there, Company, I do like his kind of normal hero card. His UCL hero's only got a +1, so it isn't necessarily a big deal to go for one or the other. You always want to go for the new, as that's just naturally what the game is. But in terms of that centre-back, 280 is not bad for an 88 centre-back in Company. Same with King, he was an SBC. I just feel like he was a little bit expensive in comparison to what we already had with Blanc. It just wasn't quite the same nature. Trippier, I like him. I don't think he's worth that amount of coins. I do think when you're looking at a right back, I'd rather go for like a cheap Klaus or going for a Carfu if I'm being brutal with him, but he's definitely not the worst card you can get, and maybe later on down the line we do see a better version going forward. Coyote, lovely body type. He has got his Winter Wildcard CDM that actually really works well, so it is a hard one to compare him. I do think the Trailblazer is a little bit outdated now, and this is kind of the point we're at. When we get to the absolute top of the top, it shows the golfing class from the number one centre-backs, left-back, right-backs, to kind of that middle ground. We need now the catch-up, and that's what Team of the Year brings. You have a big difference in cards, and then eventually with FUT Birthday, with Future Stars, with any other promos they decide to throw out until Team of the Season, it's a constant catch-up for all of these. On Primicano, I still don't get how he's so expensive. I was never a real fan of him, to be honest. I don't think his body type works in my favour. I like my Varans, I like my Virgils. They work really well, whereas I just never really got on very well with him. Especially right back, I don't think he suits there at all. Centre back, I could see. Great pace on him, defending physical. You whack the anchor, definitely not a bad card whatsoever. But for nearly 500,000, I'm just not feeling that one. Alfonso, if you wanted the cheaper version, we do have an SBC out at the moment, but 283, definitely not a bad left back that you can go with. When we've got a few of them we can go with, Teo Hernandez at 415, granted it's the second in form. We have Furlan Mendy at 400 as well. There's plenty of choice, let alone the cheaper ones, the Baka, the Lodi, the Havertz in SBCs, and then obviously we have some that go a bit more as well. When we're looking at right backs, Carfu's going to be the big shout out. Oh, Lazarazu, I forgot to mention him as well. 400, very, very good left back. Big upgrade on his card as well. So it is one of them ones that I do think definitely he got a positive response from his upgrade. Whereas when we look at Company, it's a good upgrade. It's nice that he's one rated higher, but it didn't really feel that much difference. Whereas I do think with Lazarazu, he definitely felt semi-better in comparison to the previous version. I'm pretty sure he got a double. Did he get a double upgrade? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, double upgrade from his 88 to the 90. I think it was a good move from him. He didn't get any change in terms of skill move, weak foot, or playstyle plus, but I think he definitely added to that benefit. But where we go with right backs as well, I think with this kind of tier, you've obviously got Reece James as well. Decent card. I think he's one of the better Prem right backs. You always throw Kyle Walker into the mixers, even though I feel like most years we were always spent waiting for a Kyle Walker centre back. I kind of actually prefer him at right back this year. He has got an evolutions like with Saliba that you can get him higher, but I would say right back definitely suits him a little bit better. And after Rio getting his Team of the Year icon, I actually really like his normal base card. He's always been very good. I felt like the past 2 years, this year and last year, he's kind of just been left alone. I don't know if because he was always a front runner for an icon swaps. As we've kind of got rid of them now, unfortunately he doesn't get his name pulled anymore. But still, the Team of the Year icon is absolutely nuts as well. We also have Arejo, we have Varane. Varane could have gone into the Team of the Week upgrade evolution, but that has now passed and could have made him at the same level of what his Thunderstruck is. Now I think in terms of this class of cards, we're in between the 500 and the mil mark. Any centre-back, left-back, right-back from here is going to be absolutely fine. So we start off with the kind of bottom in here. We've got Varane at 88 rated. 500,000, give or take. Very good centre-back. We have Lucio. Now, the fact that we've had so many hero picks and player picks for heroes, and he's still 518, is a testament to how good this card actually is. We will get an upgrade of him very soon, I can imagine. We've still got quite a few heroes that haven't had anything. No UCL, no triple threat. And I think, is that all we've had from them? I don't know what else we've had. I think that is all we've had for heroes. So they are due the next step. I thought we might have got Team of the Year heroes as well. Maybe throw both into the mix. But to be honest, with Team of the Years, Team of the Year icons, and Team of the Year honourables, we've got a lot of stuff in packs. We have got our first Team of the Year, well, first two Team of the Years in Bright. Not a bad card, but there's always going to be a kind of bad point about them. That's why she's only 530,000 straight off the door. To say the full team isn't even out yet, it kind of tells you where we're at with it. Frimpong, outstanding. Once we got this Thunderstruck, he got his upgrades. You knew full well if he managed to get anything, let alone a Team of the Year. I never heard his name going for a Team of the Year, but just wait until we see that card. This card is still brilliant. Great pace on the absolute base of him. The defending physical could do with some work. We've got a decent amount of dribbling. Passing's decent. He's going to be a phenomenal card in the future, and that future is now as well. We have Rudiger, Ramos. Both of them body types are brilliant for a centre-back. I just think both of them work that centre-back role so well. I would say they are very, very similar. I am more partial to a Ramos. I know his body type more so than Rudiger. From the years of playing with him, he has just been always the same. Very easy to defend with. He's normally quite agile, and he just works. Ashley Cole, never been a fan of, to be honest. I don't feel like they've ever got this card right, in my opinion. I still don't think 670 is worth him. If you're going to pay that much of a price for a left back, I'd rather go for the Alfonso up here.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
Then we have Virgil, another very good centre-back, as we know. It's just an upgraded version of what we go with the gold. Really, when I'm looking at the centre-back version here, I wouldn't say it's worth the upgrade. When you go in a +1, you're just getting the dynamic. There's no weak foot upgrade. There's no difference in the playstyle plus. You are literally paying for a dynamic and a different card type. Go with the gold 100%. Then we move on to the actual team. We have got Battle as the right back. She actually looks really decent, to be honest. Nearly 1 million coins, which I can imagine will come down once the full team's there. So she's definitely one to be looking at. But again, if you are looking to buy her off the market, again, I'd just rather go with Carfu. It costs me no coins in terms of just putting fodder in, as we go through the grind, obviously. But when it comes to actually paying for cards, I don't feel like people do it anymore. It seems to be it's a pack or nothing sort of option, or an SBC. But we've also got the Thunderstruck Carfu that has dropped massively since the actual Carfu did come out. 92 rated, again, 880, solid right back, as standard as ever with it. We also have Team of the Year Icon Lam. Long ball pass and relentless, not the worst 2 playstyle pluses you can go for. Again, I'm more of a CDM lover with him. I don't think right back really suits him as much as a CDM does. It's the same with Petit for me. It's the same with Desai. I just like him in the middle. I feel like his attributes suit that middle of the pitch way better than a right back. Roberto Carlos dropped massively from 1.2 down to 800 now, especially with the amount of left backs that we've got. The multiple versions of Alfonso, the multiple versions of Mendy, of Teo Hernandez. There's so many left backs that we need another upgrade to really make him worth it. Again, another icon, same as Carlos Alberto, that is waiting for that next level to join in. And more than likely we will see it very soon. We have got the main man Maldini. A lot of people really don't like the SBC for him. I think he's absolutely insane. He is one of the best centre-backs in the game, let alone we will show you the next price limit, because the team in the next limit is just crazy. But the price is massive. This is an SBC for one of the guaranteed best centre-backs. I think he's absolutely perfect. Carlos Alberto, always good in the centre-back role. I like him as a right-back. I think he works, but the fact that he can play in centre-back is perfect for me. He's got the pace, the dribbling is slightly there, defending physical's there. He is an easy centre-back option. But that being said, we have got a lot. We've got Tomori, who I think is a wonderful upgrade. He just edges it slightly for me with Ramos and Rudiger. I like their builds, whereas Tomori always feels very quick on that recovery. It's just something as an observation, but all of them got the exact same fire and ice, which is just hilarious in itself. Militao, always due an upgrade, but 88 rated, still brilliant in what he does. And we do have the company. Again, would you just go with the normal one? The price difference is massive. I think sometimes it could be worth just going one notch down. Then we have the most expensive defenders in the game currently. We start off with a winter wildcard Yashin. He actually blew my mind with how good he is. He may not be the next Virgil van Dijk, but in terms of defending, he is everywhere. Block playstyle plus, never been my thing. Anticipate would have been crazy on him, but he is a wonderful centre-back. For 1 million coins, he is probably actually worth it, to be honest. We then have Sakina, just incredible left back, pace, dribbling, defending, physicality not quite there as much, but then the passing as well, the 4-4, whipped and block. It's a very good left back nonetheless. Renard has never been my number one favourite. I do think definitely the upgrade has helped. The pace increase has definitely helped, because when we had her normal card, she is what, an 88 originally, which just, that's the wrong female that I've clicked, but she was, yeah, an 88 originally. She had 53 pace. Was never getting anywhere. Her inform got to 70, not a bad 17 increase, and then we did get the fire version that got a 22 increase. That was only taking it to 75. We now have, from the gold card to the team of the year, a 34 increase, and it definitely makes it a lot better. Let alone that, and anticipate an aerial playstyle plus. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That is why she is definitely going to be a centre-back that could be an option. 6'2" as well. Not a bad little height for her. And then we have kind of like your Bright next to her. Not necessarily as levels compared to this. We do have Ruben Diaz. Again, intercept and bruiser. Not, again, terrible. And they're not terrible playstyle pluses in at all. 2.7 on the price. It's going to come down. I can imagine he should drop down. Not considerably, because remember, these team of the years, even though there is now 24 of them when you add the 12th man and woman, they are still going to be very hard to pack. They are not going to be easy. Everybody's seeing them left, right and centre from packs, but they are packs that cost £45 to £30 each. They are most definitely going to be very hard to pack still. And then we go to the back line. This Frimpong is just outstanding. 4-4, whipped past rapid. 99 on the pace, so that's maxed out. We have 88 defender now, 84 physical, 89 passing and 95 dribbling. What even is this card? It is going to be crazy. Let alone that, we go the other side to Teo Hernandez, 3.5 mil quick step and jockey, 4-star again, with wonderful stats throughout. These are probably arguably two of the best left back, right backs that we're going to get for a long time. And I'd be interested to see when the next promo is, where we do get a double play star plus. Is that going to happen straight after, or have we got to wait a couple of weeks until we get more cards that introduce them? Then we have the free centre-backs. We have Maldini with a singular playstyle plus of intercept. Still phenomenal. I would still rather go for the prime, go for the SBC rather than paying out 1.6. But we do have Virgil van Dijk at 8.9 mil with anticipate and block. I don't know why they didn't give him aerial and anticipate like Renard. I think that it would have been broken for him, don't get me wrong, but still, 9 million coins for a centre-back is on an absolute new level. 88 on the pace as well is brilliant. But Rio Ferdinand, slide tackle plus anticipate, these two together, like, let's be real, 12 to 13 mil coin SB centre-backs is going to be crazy in itself, but them two together could be just broken. They both are insane. This is kind of the list that everybody wants. If you could get any left back, right backs in here and centre backs, you are absolutely laughing. So let me know down below your back line. Who are you rocking? Let me know what you're trying to get, and I'll catch you all for the next time. Peace.